Today we've been given access to Downing Street on one of the biggest days of the year, the budget. This is crazy. They've allowed us to come in here, snoop around. We're going to go inside. We'll see if we're going to try and get some of the ministers to talk to us about what it's actually really like to be here at Downing Street on the budget day. So this isn't just about the budget, this is about all the inner workings around the budget. And we're going to chat to some of the experts who are here and find out what their thoughts are on what got announced earlier today. Let's go. All right, who am I here with?
Abby Foster.
We're here filming some of the more inner workings of it all, talking about like the OBR. How does something like that even happen?
Honestly, we don't know. Someone's head will roll, I can imagine, in the OBR, because releasing that before the Chancellor had the opportunity to release it was just chaos. It felt like no one was really listening because we were already like siphoning through what was going on.
Yeah.
I already find the pantomime element of Parliament and the way that the budget is delivered a complete disgrace.
Yeah.
It needs change. The Chancellor needs to be able to read that budget out in silence. We shouldn't be hearing jeering, we shouldn't have clapping, we shouldn't have any of that. I'm done with it. Like I've said this every single statement in budget, it's just unacceptable that we still have this in today's society.
Today, what are you focusing on today with your content? Obviously, you know, you create money content, you're at Downing Street quite often. What are you focusing on
Yeah,
today?
I'm focusing mainly on obviously things to the income tax changes, the pensions, obviously the mansion tax is a bit of a weird one, but it's all those like small nuances that people are quite interested in and find interesting. Just trying to create as much Instagram and YouTube content as I possibly can in the next 15 minutes before I freeze.
What's it like for you in your role on a day like today?
It's chaos. Someone said to me it was like my Super Bowl, and I was like, I genuinely feel like I'm on the pitch. I feel like I am running around, well, exactly, but I'm like running around like a headless chicken, trying to like create content, but also understand how it impacts all of the people that I look after on my social media, and also making sure their voice is heard and making sure that if they have questions, I answer them and get the questions to the right people.
One of the things we can see is obviously we got the press that are usually behind these barriers, but the creators are on the road.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I just think it's the new era. We've got like the new media unit was set up to work with a new era of content creation, and that's what we are. We're getting what people want directly to them as instantly as we possibly can. Like I had a carousel ready for the moment that she stopped talking, i.e. Rachel Reeves, sorry. And I posted it and I was like, right, this is everything you need to know, because people don't have time to go through it all, and not everyone cares about the budget as much as I do, which is fine. And so I wanted to create content fast, and that's what we can achieve with social media.
Who am I here with and what do you do?
My name's Gabriel Nussbaum. I'm otherwise known as That Money Guy, and I'm a personal finance educator and content creator, as well as the co-founder of Creator Leaders.
What are you doing today, man?
I'm here to try and break down the budget, explain it in English so that people actually understand it and aren't put off by more financial jargon.
What do you think is the biggest thing that's going to be to regular people, you know, some of the people outside walking around, what do you think is going to be the big hit or the big thing that's going to impact them?
I think the big thing from this budget is that your taxes are going to rise. Like, they are going to go up. They're just not going to go up kind of through the front door.
Yeah.
It's kind of happening through the back door. And it's not immediate, nothing you need to do right now.
Yeah.
And I think really you can do, to be honest. It's more backdoor taxes, stealth taxes, which is essentially when inflation pushes you into paying more, rather than them raising the rates and you being like, oh, the tax bands have changed. So just be aware of that and don't think that nothing is going to change with your money.
Did you ever think 5 years ago you'd be at Downing Street on the day of the budget talking about the budget?
No, absolutely not. I think this is incredible, and it just shows the fact that content creators and educators are breaking through and people do want to learn about this stuff. Let's just go to them where they are, which is social media. And that's what I'm trying to do, is to bring education to where people already are.
What do you think about like the inner workings of Downing Street and like having the access like here, like, you know, press behind a barrier, we've got access in front of the door. How's that work?
I guess it shows the shift in kind of power and, you know, the impact that we actually are having.
Final question, how do you think about like today, obviously, you know, the OBR came out with everything just before, like that put obviously the Chancellor on the back foot. How's that even happen?
Do you know what it was like? For me, I'm going to relate this to like the transfer window in football.
Okay.
Like, years ago, you used to have to wait until the transfer was announced. There were no rumours, there was no Fabrizio telling you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
No one knew it until it happened, and it was madness. Now, like, everyone knows what's going on before the announcements are made, and this was like the cherry on the cake. This was literally like, you know, someone spilling the picture of a player wearing the kit before the team have even announced it. So, do you know what? Like, I'd say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
So we're now in the Department of Culture, Media and Sport, and we're going to go and meet some of the ministers to talk about today's budget. Let's go. So, who am I here with?
You are here with Alex DePledge, also known as Entrepreneur Queen. Joking. I'm the entrepreneurial advisor to Rachel Reeves, but when I'm not doing that, I'm actually a CEO of a company called Resi, which is the largest residential architecture platform in Europe. And before that, I built and exited another tech startup called Hassle.com. So I guess I've done two.
How did your journey come here?
So I met Rachel Reeves about 4 years ago when we were writing a report on scale-ups and like how could we get more scale-ups into the UK economy, because they drive the best careers, the best jobs, they're well paid, you know, they're all the stuff you already know. And so I met Rachel then. I've kept in touch with her, and then in January of this year we started talking about she needed some more business experience, particularly entrepreneurial experience. And then I joined at the end of June to do a sprint to budget. Today is my last day. I'm going to the pub afterwards and getting really drunk. So my last day, and my only guidance were go find out what entrepreneurs need and want, and then let's put together a package for budget. So that's what I've done.
What's been like the inner workings, like the behind the scenes? What have you experienced? What's something that maybe shocked you?
Just how much process there is. So, like
compared to startups,
where we've got like none. And there's a lot of trepidation with me, right? Because in my company, I'm the CEO. I just go and do what I want to do, right? And we kind of get the job done. And here, it doesn't really work like that. You've got to build consensus, and you've got to bring people along the journey. All things that I'm like pretty shit at. Yeah. So I've had to sort of like learn a whole new skill set.
A lot of people I kind of do interviews with and kind of want to share about like promoting the skill gaps and helping people get the skills they need to own their career. I'm a big believer of trying to get people to own their own career. Yeah. How can we give people the skills to own their own career?
I'm so glad you said that, because I hate it when my employees come to me and they're like, Alex, what are you going to do about my career progression? And I'm like, what am I going to do? Fuck off, right? This is not like at all. Sorry, I should have sworn.
No, bang on.
So I would say that skills, like there has never been a better time if you are curious and you're willing to apply yourself, because all the tools out there are free. You can take advantage of them. Like I think the era of having one job, one skill set defined by a job role has gone.
Yes.
And what that means actually is that like if you're pretty good at picking things up and like being curious and learning, you can do whatever you want. So I think like when it comes to careers and skills, I think you just have to try. Just start small, try one thing, build on it, and be curious. And it is scary. AI will change things. But actually, there's never been a better time if you're a curious hard worker to be alive. Yeah.
So, who am I here with?
So I'm Jason Stockwood. I'm an entrepreneur of 30 years, but in the last 3 months I became the UK's Minister for Investment.
What do you think it's like the current state in 2025 for entrepreneurs in the UK?
Yeah, I think we need to really start talking up the UK as a place to build and start businesses.
Yes.
When I was growing up, it was kind of like university or nothing, and that didn't work for me. You know, at the time I just wasn't into education, it came later. But I like the way now we're rebalancing the career options. So, you know, if you want to go to university, if you want to do an apprenticeship or get a trade, it's brilliant. And equally, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's good. So I think we're starting to understand that there are different paths for people.
I think one of the big things is there feels that there's this big skill gap for people to how to start a business or how to kind of get their first customer, how to build a personal brand, how to raise investment. All these different things are kind of skills that you get from experience. How do we give people more access to those skills?
As I was an entrepreneur for a number of years, we used to think that the product itself was the key, so building the actual features and products of the service. But actually, what I tell to anyone that will listen now is that how you go to market and finding customers is the most important thing these days, particularly with the tech barrier being lower.
Yeah.
So I would say to anyone out there is focus primarily on where your customers are and how you can access them at a cost that's sustainable. But how you find customers in a cost-effective way is the number 1, 2, and 3 priority for me. So go and learn about that, I would suggest, first and foremost. The rest of the stuff you can get from time.
It's a great skill to know, so I completely agree. Obviously today we're here for the budget. What's been your day like? What's been your involvement in this, and how have you felt doing your first budget?
I'm really proud of the choices that the Chancellor's made. I'm proud to be on the team and standing behind her in number 11 today, because there are choices. Yeah. And we've made choices not to go down a road of austerity. What 120 billion of investment that we did in the spending review that we're standing behind. Yeah. So really what we're doing is saying it's like a turnaround in a business where we've done the hard decisions early on. We've now set the conditions for the economy to grow and thrive, and now we can put our foot down and get going. So I'm really proud of the work that we've done as a team, but really proud of the work the Chancellor's done today as well.
It's been an amazing day, but I wanted to get a little memento to remember this day. And there's something available over there, so I'm going to go and quickly pick it up.
don't know what it is.
Don't forget to like, follow and subscribe for more videos like this. Let's go.